Hey guys, we're going to make chicken tortilla soup today. Okay, so we're going to start off with some olive oil, chicken broth, tortillas, okay, chicken, 2 or 3 chicken breasts, corn, black beans, tomatoes, petite dice, diced onion, lime, minced garlic. You're going to need salt and pepper, all right? And then you're also going to need cumin and oregano. And we're not done. We need more spices. Okay, paprika, cayenne pepper, and you're going to need some chili powder. Okay, so I'm using my Instant Pot to make this recipe. So I'm going to do everything in the Instant Pot. It has the saute setting. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can do this on the stove. I'm only using the Instant Pot because it's an all-in-one. So it has the slow cooker setting on it, so it's just convenient for me. Okay, so I have my oil in here. I heated it up. So I'm going to go ahead and add the onion in here and go ahead and get that sauteed. I'm just going to cook it until it starts to turn brown. I don't want it any more than that. I just want it to have a nice cook on it before putting all the other ingredients in there to make this soup. It just brings out more of the flavor of the onions. Okay, and then we're going to add the minced garlic in here. We're really going to just stir this around. You know, you don't want to have your minced garlic in here no more than like 30 seconds because you don't want it to really just cook because it will burn quickly. So we're just going to move it around with the onion a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and add our additional ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to turn the saute feature off, and I'm going to go ahead and add the diced tomatoes in here. Petite diced tomatoes is what you need. You can use the bigger tomatoes, but you know, you don't want it just like too clumpy. You know, the tomatoes are just to complement the soup, not to overpower it. And then we're going to go ahead and add our chicken broth in here. Okay, just pour it on in. You can also just, buy one carton. They didn't have a carton at the store, so I had to buy individual cans. I really prefer the cartons because if you don't use it all, you can put the top back on for later. Okay, so we're added our corn in here. You want to make sure you drain your corn, and also our black beans. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and add the seasoning in here. This is just, a dump meal really, besides the tortilla strips that we're going to cook separately. All right, okay, so we're going to squeeze the juice of that lime right into this concoction that we have right here. You can go ahead and cut it in half. You can rub it across the counter to soften it up if you think that you need to, just to make it easier for when you squeeze it, so you can get as much juice as you need. But just keep working with it. You can also, use a juicer if you have that, but just use your hands. Okay, and then we're going to stir all that together. Okay, and of course, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and add our chicken in here. Like I said, you can use 3 pieces. I used 2 big pieces. That was enough once it was shredded, but if you want your soup a little bit more meaty, you can definitely add more than 1 piece. I'll just add it in there like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the top on our crock pot. And then we're going to go ahead and cook this for 4 hours. If you have a traditional crock pot, you can put it on high for 4 hours. And you just let it do its thing. It's really set it and forget it. Okay, that's what I love about crock pot recipes. All right, and then here we are at 4 hours later, y'all. See, it's nice and hot. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get our chicken. I just want to stir it together and show you all how it looks when we just take the pot off. So we're going to go ahead and remove our chicken from the crock pot, and we're going to go ahead and shred it, okay? Because you want your chicken to be shredded for your soup. You see how it's falling apart? It is so nice and tender. Okay, so you can just use 2 forks, so you can go ahead and shred it while it's hot, just like so. And you can shred it, you want to shred it pretty fine, but not so small where you probably can't taste the meat. But you want to shred your chicken pretty good. I just, I had some onion and some seasonings of corn and beans that kind of came out with the chicken. It's no big deal. You can just, shred it. It's all going to go back into the soup anyway. Okay, so here's the chicken nice and shredded. I'm going to go ahead and just add it right back into the Instant Pot. And I went ahead and turned the Instant Pot off. It automatically goes to a warm setting. And as you know, with anything, once your cooking reservoir has gotten hot, it will continue to be hot. So I just left it like this and let it do its thing, because we're getting ready to go ahead and work on the tortilla strips. If you don't feel like going that route, you can definitely go ahead and just use tortilla chips or something like that. But why not have some tortilla strips? Okay, so I just grabbed 3 tortillas. These are just like fajita sized tortillas, and I'm going with my knife, and I'm just cutting along, making some nice strips. You can make them short, you can make them long, you can do the combination of the two, whatever you think that you want to do for your soup. I just keep cutting along. Some of them I cut in half, but it's real simple. Just keep cutting until you have the desired amount of strips that you want. You can make these strips ahead of time, or you can also just make them fresh as you go when you eat your soup. Okay, and just keep cutting like so. And then once I got to finishing that, I went ahead and start cutting across. And y'all, some good toppings to go with this soup are some lime wedges, some cilantro, some cheese, some avocado. Really just play around with it and make it fun. Okay, so we have our oil in our pan to go ahead and cook our strips. So we're just going to cook these up until they're nice and brown. And then we're going to go ahead and transfer them to a paper towel covered dish, and then they're good to go. And yeah, that's really it. It's really easy to make tortilla strips. You can turn them as they're cooking, so you can make sure that they get brown on each side. You just want to make sure that they're done and that they're nice and crispy. So you can see, I got a little bit in a hurry, and I could have broke them apart a little bit more, but they still came out fine. You can go ahead and break them apart before you put them into the pan, and then you just make it easier for when you get ready to saute your tortilla strips. Like I said, all you do is just cook them until they're nice and brown like this. And then once they get to the brown to your liking, you can go ahead and remove them. You can sprinkle a little salt on them if you like. The flavor of the soup was fine with me, so I didn't. It's really up to you. That's it. Really have fun with this recipe. It's so quick and convenient for a weeknight meal or a weekend meal, or just a soup to go with another meal, and just really have you a nice little Mexican night. Y'all, as always, hope that you enjoyed this video and this recipe. Please like it, share it, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we'll definitely catch y'all next time.